Hey YouTube, Jeff Lindsay in the garage today, Sunday the 13th, and we just kind of blew yesterday. We didn't do anything, we just took it easy. Got out in the shop this morning, and we left off with getting the bottom of this Camaro in epoxy, and we went ahead and put back on the axle bumpers and some hangers, stuff underneath that needed to be put back on, and we're going to go back over there cleaned up pretty well. We're going to go back over them with some epoxy later on, right before we go to the Raptor liner. But we got some of that stuff reattached on the bottom, and we rolled him over and got him back on this temporary stand there, that old dresser thing, and we moved the back part of the rotisserie out of the way like we've done in the past, and we decided to start on some of these rusty areas around the trunk seal area, and we found a pretty bad spot right on the end. We got a wire brush, a wire wheel, and we started cleaning up, and we found that. And you can see where a couple of pieces of metal had been put in there, patched in, just trying to cover the rust instead of fixing it, which you know, I guess if you don't have the means or the capability or the patience, or you're just trying to do it for somebody else and just patch or whatever, but we're trying to get away from that. We're trying to cut out as much rust as possible, and we just keep finding it. I mean, we just keep finding rust here, rust there, and but the bottom of the car is in real good shape. I'm real happy with that, and so we're just gonna keep plugging along on some of these problem areas, and you can see that was a big problem. But we got a piece made and got it welded in, and I think it's going to be good. We're going to have to fabricate a piece to go in here, and then we'll start on this channel and work our way up, replacing what needs to be replaced. We got a lip there, and we'll end up coming in here and running this lip all the way down about 3/4 of an inch out, and that's what the tail pan will spot weld to. And you can see on this side it's not in bad shape at all. This gap right here is one of those factory alignment marks, so it's not rust, and there's really not a lot of rust in there on this side, so we're going to probably be able to get away with leaving that. Have not come in this area right here with anything, but feeling it from the back side, there's nothing been patched. So hopefully we'll just be able to start from this point and work our way up. And I said in the past that this side was not as bad for some reason as that side. Maybe it's set with a flat tire on the right rear and all the water ran over here, I don't know. But that's where we're at. We got that in, got it cooled down along the way. We're going to do a little grinding, a little cleaning up. And like I say, we're going to make this piece in here. And we'll make this other edge about 3/4 of an inch out here. And when we have a little more progress, I'll bring you along. All right, everybody. What we're going to attempt to do is, excuse me, we're going to attempt to make this piece one piece, and we're going to attempt to go ahead and replace all this with the same thing. So what we've got is got a piece of sheet metal that we've started on, and what we're going to do is try to get all this knocked out in one shot. This has a slight radius to it. So what we did with this is we took the shrinker stretcher and we actually stretched this lip, which put that radius slight radius there. And then you can see my line where I'm going to make my cuts on this piece. And you'll see the lines there that'll cut out the rust on that. So hopefully we can get this done in one shot. And we'll see, and I'll bring you back. Alright everybody. Clean this piece up just a little bit. Got some of the old paint back, just got down to some bare metal so we can put that short strand fiberglass over these welds when we get done. Got this piece fabbed up, just got it anchored in there with a magnet. Looks good, looks like it's going to be about right once we get it welded in. And we may get away with being able to leave some of this. I don't know if I can. There's a couple of small pinholes in the face of that, but I'm hoping we can just get started about here and go up. And when we get up there, we're gonna have some serious work to do. But got a piece made, got it kind of fit in there. Of course, gonna have to try to roll. Gonna have to try to roll this a little bit to give us that blunt edge. Don't want a sharp edge. I think once we weld it up, shouldn't be too hard to come in there and do. But overall, I think we're gonna have a good solid piece in there, and hopefully everything's gonna line up good when we go to put the tail panel in there. That'll be down the road, but so far so good, and I'll bring you back. Alright YouTube, we're back. Got the patch welded in, and it looks pretty good. We still got a little bit of cleaning up to do, and then we'll put some fiberglass, that short strand over that, and it should smooth out pretty good. Got a pretty good edge there. Some little small, real tiny pinholes from the weld areas, just you know, on that edge it's kind of thin, and it got a couple there, but nothing to really concern myself with, I don't think. We've got a little bit of just a little bit of a rise there. We flanged this piece and let it go up under the quarter, and we still ended up with just a touch of a little bit of a lip there. But I think once we short strand that, that should smooth out good. And there again, it seems to work best. I mean, obviously you don't want these two pieces peaking up to a point. Then you don't have any place to fill in, seems like. So, but again, you know, all that's new to me. But I'm just going by what seems to be good. There again, patch is in place, and looks very similar to what is here. Should be good. We got that piece inside. We're going to put a lip on that before we get done today, and try to get it all in short strand before we get out of here and head back to work tomorrow. But pretty happy with that. Just a piece here and a piece there, and maybe we'll get it done in a few years. Got a lot of work to do in that area up there. A lot of work. And then around that windshield. So hopefully this is going to be a little better on this side. I know that looks a little bit crusty, but I think it's pretty solid. Maybe we can just get some of that old paint and stuff off, see what it looks like. If we need to, we'll replace it as we go. No big hurry. We'll get it done one day. And don't know if I showed a shot of the inside of where we put the drop off and the quarter panel patch, but that's a look on the inside there. And real happy with the way that turned out. Maybe that's a little better look there. Some of that old seam sealer, stuff like that. Before we do this trunk, we'll clean all this up, sand it all down good, and seam seal these joints. on both sides. Of course, that side is still got the old stuff there. We're going to dig all that out. I found a tool that'll get that stuff out of there. That needle scaler. It'll do it. All right, YouTube, that's going to wind the video up for today, but I'm going to stay out here and just put that little piece in. And I hope everybody has a good work week, and we'll do it again.